It was a cold night. I could hear breathing. My breathing. Stones crunched under my feet. I ran through the darkness. A small drive clutched in my hand. That was all I had. That day, I didn't leave the regime. I left my family. I was elite. I worked at the center of a closed nation. Strategic weapons project. That name alone brought privilege. Top-tier housing. Imported food. Personal vehicle. Things others dreamed of their entire lives were ordinary to me. The central leader called me directly. Once a month. Thanks to your research, comrade. That one sentence was enough. I was needed. Protected. I believed that. I had a wife. A son. A daughter too. Dad, you're amazing. Every time my son said that, I felt proud. Honored. The lab was deep underground. 3 checkpoints every time. 3 verifications. 3 approvals. Perfect system. Perfect control. I believed that. The crack started small. A friend disappeared. A colleague since university. Same lab, same project. One morning, his desk was empty. Where is he? Under investigation. The security chief's answer was brief. No expression. What investigation? He'll return soon. He never returned. 2 weeks later, someone else sat at his desk. Nobody asked. I didn't ask, but I knew. We all knew. He had access to outside materials. Unauthorized materials. Research papers from external allied nations. It was for advancement. I could imagine what he said. But nobody would have listened. That night, the security chief came to my home. I'm worried, so I came. Worried about what? You were close to him. We drank tea, sat in the living room, smiled and talked, but his eyes didn't smile. Are your children well? Yes, they're well. Good. Children are innocent, but easily swayed by outside stories. A warning. A quiet warning. He finished his tea and left. I closed the door, but the fear remained. Days later, another investigation started. This time, my daughter. Dad, they asked at school. Asked what? If we have foreign items at home. Cold sweat. What did you say? I said no. But we do, right Dad? We do. Imported chocolate. Foreign books. Authorized gifts. Legal privileges. But they could become problems. Anytime. I realized. Loyalty wasn't protection. Loyalty was a condition. Achievement wasn't guarantee. Achievement was expectation. I was needed but not safe. Nobody was safe. The regime wasn't maintained by achievement. It was maintained by fear. And I was next. The moment of choice came. Stay or leave. If I stayed, could I survive? No. Even if I survived, how would I live? If I left, what would happen? My family? I couldn't sleep. Every night, I worried. My wife asked, "What's wrong?" Nothing. Don't lie to me. She knew too. We all felt it. The invisible line. The shrinking space. The decision came quickly. I saw old maps at the lab. Underground passages. Closed routes. Unused exits. I transferred data to a black USB. Research materials. Evidence. Records of my life. I couldn't persuade my family. I couldn't take everyone. Then everyone would die. I'll go first. I'll make it safe. Then I'll bring you. A lie. The only lie I knew. My wife didn't cry. Just nodded. Live. Those were her last words. The escape was quiet. Midnight. Lab basement. A passage nobody used. One steel door. An unlocked door. Someone left it open deliberately. Or forgot. I walked into the darkness. I don't know how much time passed. 1 day? 3 days? I heard water. Felt moisture. Kept walking. Sometimes I stopped to listen. Footsteps. Pursuit. But heard nothing. The final door appeared. Rusted steel. Old lock. I pushed with my hands. It opened. Outside air came in. Cold. But different. The air of freedom. I arrived in a new land. Interrogated. Questioned. Protected. Name change. Identity change. I worked as a researcher again. Lived as a witness. But every night, I dreamed. My wife's face. My son's voice. My daughter's laughter. What happened to them? 6 months later, news came. Your family has been relocated. Relocated. I knew what that meant. Banishment, surveillance, punishment. They paid the price for my choice. Guilt choked me. Was it the right choice? The counselor asked. I couldn't answer. I still can't answer. I sit in a lab. Different country, different name, same work, different purpose. People listen to my story. Hear my testimony. You were brave. You're a hero. I shake my head. I'm not a hero. I'm a fugitive. No, not even a fugitive. I'm someone who chose. I chose to survive. I chose to speak. Silence wasn't safety. Silence was complicity. Those who survive must speak. How regimes crumble. How people break. How loyalty gets betrayed. How families get sacrificed. I must tell it all. Every day, the same question. Was my choice right? There's no answer. But I keep speaking. If someone listens to this story, if even one person understands, would that be enough? I don't know. But I can't stop. I survived. I survived by abandoning my family. I live with this guilt. But I don't stay silent. Silence isn't safety. Silence is a choice. I chose to speak. Still now. Here too. To you too. This is my story.